Alright, we are in the middle of some action here, but we're actually here to talk about how to...
Buddyright.
I don't know how to cleverly say
Buddyright! I don't know.
Buddyright!
Buddyright. Whatever the case is, that's what we're here for. I was not intending on doing it so early. Thought we'd get more time to think about what would be our first, official video for it, but a lot of people keep kind of making this have to happen. Whether it be because making weird decisions or just simply not knowing the best ratio to go with. And that's the topic of knowing your size 3.
Stop using vanillas!
That's the long and short of this video. I mean, after lots and lots of tests, still think size 3s are still the weakest link of all the sizes. I would assume you agree with this, guys.
Yep.
But in their defense, I can at least say ones with skills that are good.
I can't.
Yeah, like ones like Buster Cannon Dragon, the Demon.
Or this guy.
Yeah, Belial.
He's okay.
And it's Belial because
Believe it.
that's actually a Christian archdemon name. But that's a different story altogether. But yeah, those ones I can see justification for use because, well, they have skills. They're good skills, and even though they'll probably leave the field in a turn, they're gonna at least do some damage while they're there, and that's good.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Meanwhile, on the other hand, vanilla size 3s,
Sure you have enough.
what are they really doing? They are being
Boosting your gauge.
just like these two are.
And then I am died.
Anyway, what are vanilla size 3s being? They are being big for a turn, and if they are attacked and either get blocks or used up on beating a monster, or being wasted in a link attack beating a monster, he's just gonna die the next turn anyway.
Yep. That or if you're playing against Magic World, they're just gonna get bounced.
Yeah.
No, they're
well,
not.
wait,
They can't.
yeah.
Oh, they can't? I thought they could.
No. But I was saying, it's like, no, like they're going to be wasted for whatever, mostly but due to the event of a shield that, everyone at least has a set of 4 of in their deck.
If you go against Dragon World, eat.
And then in the next turn, they're most likely going to get killed.
Or they'll just leave them on the board because it's
Or,
only
yeah.
one attack they have to deal with every turn.
Yeah, or they'll do that because it's one attack, it's relatively easy to block, you just need anything in your middle or a shield, and they're done.
And
Why would you do that? Why would you let yourself so hard to do that? And if your other argument is they're good for defending, why don't you just use a shield?
That, or why not just use a really big green 2?
Yeah, size 2.
Size 2.
Or even a size 1, like Hellhound in this case. It's
They
like,
exist.
because I don't know if you guys know this, the average anything that's not size 3 has about 5k power.
Yeah.
So being 6 is generally more than enough to force a link attack out of things.
That's a minus for your opponent to make up for the card that you're losing. So,
Yeah,
fair.
Yep, as opposed to about coming up even in the long run because, well, yes, you're just playing a card if you're playing a size 3. You're also paying 3 gauge. And gauge is kind of important.
Yep.
So you're using up 3 gauge to bring out a guy that's doing the same job as a size 1 Hellhound is.
GG.
Is that really what you want to do with your life?
Yes. 'Cause that's
You
what I
can't
wanna
tell
waste
me what
my
to do
life
with
doing.
my life. Oh, I'm not at 6 life. You soon will be.
So I guess now we should probably talk about the examples of good size 3s. Like we mentioned, Buster Cannon Dragon.
Fucking Buster Cannon Dragon.
Give me that card here. Yeah, this guy here.
Okay,
This
so
guy.
2 attacks.
Yep, 2 attacks.
Just waste their field.
Yep.
And
And
Soul Guard.
on top of that, Soul Guard. So he'll even survive an attack. He might even survive through your opponent's turn.
Let's
if
have
they
a
actually
good
want to kill him.
Scary
I'll
because
win.
you throw him.
Right in the fucking
Well,
middle.
you either throw him in front of you so you can actually tank whatever the fuck, or you throw him on the side and you're just
And
killing
you're
all their
just
stuff.
killing all their stuff and
Sitting behind your 8 shields. they're never going to go after him. They fucking can't.
They can't. They can't afford to at the very least.
Yeah, I took the damage for that guy.
It's pretty good. Next guy on the list, I don't have him on me, but his name is, what was his full name?
Armor Knight Demon.
Just Armor Knight Demon. Geez, that was really easy.
Yeah.
It's sad that I actually have to think that name's got to be bigger than that.
He's somewhat,
somewhat
cheaper to call out 2 and a monster rather than 3 gauge.
But
Which is okay, because Danger World decks are going to have like 30 plus monsters anyway. And double attacker with 3 crit. He's probably ending the game on his own.
Yep, on his own. In fact, as people have mentioned in the comments before, there is a OTK with this guy. It's worth the turn to do that with. And for those before anyone says, but he's size 3, yeah, you don't have any monsters on the field. Like, dude, Eagle exists, and he's not that bad.
The other one exists now too. What was the other
Yeah, and
one?
if you're really pressed, you can run the dragon too.
What was his name? Gagu?
Gagu, yeah, Gagu is his name.
He-
Like, and also because I know there's some people who are bringing this up. The Danger World is not that tight of a deck. You only really need like 3 cards, like a Hellhound, maybe Ogre, and Griffin, and arguably Golem for 4. And everything else you can really mix around to whatever you like. Like Ellie and I have both made decks with more than 2 Eagle in it easy. It's not that hard.
Really, Eagle should probably be your priority in any non-dual
should.
dragon deck.
It should be your priority to use in any deck that uses a size 3. An additional attack is an additional attack,
Even
no matter how you cut it.
before I switched to dual dragons, my Danger World deck ran 4 Eagle, even though I took out the Black Drake.
I'm sure it did. It's
Doesn't
more.
take up space.
Yeah, they don't take up
They
that much
kill it,
space.
whatever. It was a fucking eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's the same reasoning that you use a size 1. It's small, but it gets job done. And, well, really, why would you ever
Burninates.
want to use up your size 3 slot for big when you can just bomb the field anyway?
Oh, right. I can't do
The next
that.
on the agenda would be ratios. Know how many size 3s you should have in a deck. From what I've seen people doing, and from my own experience, and Elliott's experience, it seems about 2 is generally good enough
Yeah.
to see. It's enough to see them, but it's not so much that they lump into your hand and you can't get rid of them. Because seriously, if you put like, especially if you ran like 4 vanillas, let's think about that for a minute there.
Oh god,
4
poor
vanillas,
Gigantics.
you get like 3 in your hand,
You'll see them all the time.
and you're like, well, shoot, there's 2 guys I can't even really use, unless I don't have any 1s or 2s in my hand to use.
Even if I charge them, they still don't go away.
And if I have to use them over my 1s and 2s, there's a problem. Because 1s and 2s are kind of the bread and butter of the deck. Because they get in there and beat things up better than anything else in this game. And I don't think sacrificing their utility just to get a big guy out there is going to get you very far.
It's not worth it. Don't do it, guys. It's not worth
So the
it.
moral of that story is try to keep your number of size 3s to a minimum. There's no reason to run more. Opinions?
Yeah, around 2 for any given deck, and 2 of the super good guys. Not
I would
Yeah,
run,
2 super good
like,
guys,
I'm
not
only running
vanillas.
3 of them
Don't
because
ever
I'm so
consider
mad.
vanillas. I mean, it's not worth it.
I know we're pressing it a lot, but that's only because it's very important. I know people want to use them, but there's a reason why they're only in the trial deck as commons, and there's only 2 of them in the trial deck.
Oh, I forgot to gain a life.
It's because they know they're not going to be things that people primarily use in a deck. At least not for now. I mean, if cards show up in the future where they have support for size 3s, vanilla size 3s to be particular, maybe you can have justification. It's like I've seen games where a new card has made a once bad card really good. Looking at you, Scarlet Witch Coco.
It's gonna happen with quick summon too. Like right now, it's kind of bad, but when we get more guys with 6K or more defense, that thing's gonna be pretty ridiculous.
Yep. It's like, so I'm not saying that they are bad forever. I am saying though right now,
You're not
there's no reason not to use the other, because each world has a size 3 with a skill. And it's not even like, in fact, the size 3s with skills don't have much more of a cost than the vanillas.
They don't, in fact.
Well,
Demons
this one has an
Demons
extra
is slightly
card,
different.
but-
Well, that's for the soul guard. You have to put
Yeah.
something in the soul.
It's
Like
not
Demons
that
is
much.
slightly different. That one has a soul guard clause, so it needs something in the soul. It's like there's slight differences here and there that make it a little bit more tricky, but it's not that tricky. Like, you just gotta kind of, I don't want to sound rude, but you just gotta think. It's like, why would I use this when this is easier? Or when this does something better for the investment? It's just common sense. Because there's just
In
no reason
three.
to do it. I guess that just about does it for this, albeit quick.
Oh, darn it.
Alright, buddy, right? Is there any other last minute things you wanted to bring up? Smiley?
No.
That covers everything?
Dead horses and all that.
Oh, that's what we hope.
Go.
UM.
I kind of like grade 3s. I already
Size 3s.
Size 3s. I actually kind of
vanguarding.
like size 3s. Like, I was going to use a demon deck at first, but then I saw dual dragons and I liked them. So, yeah.
Alright, this
Just
pertains to-
stop using vanillas. They aren't good.
Let's
There's
try
no
the-
way to justify them.
This isn't Vanguard. Just because Vanguard had vanilla 8K and 10K size 1, each grade 1s and 2s doesn't mean that it transfers over here. Well, I guess it does it for this How to Buddyright. I guess we'll figure out a way to make that a intro somehow.
Buddyright.
Welcome to Burn.
Hopefully with this one out we'll be able to focus on thinking of better advice other than obvious stuff that should be obvious. I'm not really sure off the top of my head. Any possible topics you think should be covered?
When to nullify what, I guess.
Wouldn't know that what. Probably bring up rulings every once in a while.
Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Junior.
Yeah, rulings will
for you.
probably be important things, especially when we get the 100%
But you can do
confirmed.
so without having an empty.
Anything that's not a
Maybe
link attack.
ratios too.
You done?
Yeah, sorry.
And maybe even we'll be able to finally confront Bushiroad about this one thing that's been plaguing us for a while. Counters. What are they specifically doing?
Yeah.
It says in the book you can only use them one at a time. In the Q&A, it has an instance of a counter being used two at once.
Because I don't know.
So-
Road place.
So either that's just a hypothetical that's never going to happen, they just needed an example, which I don't know why they would. There are monsters with counterattack already on them. Or it is a playable thing and there's just a subtext that we don't know. But we're going to make sure to get that 100% answer from them. Hopefully soon, because I know that they like to go to the ASIN. And I guess that will just about do it. See ya, everybody.
What does that do?
Bye.
Go back to where you
Yeah, they would say bye, but they're kind of
Bye.
busy.
Bye.
Bitches.